What's up, people? It's your man Chef back in for another video, and today is a quick album review of Big Sean's latest project, Detroit 2. I know a lot of you guys basically got interested in my channel from my Big Sean scared to drop Detroit 2, and I'm glad to say that he did deliver, and he's going against some big competition. Lil Durk didn't drop his album, but 6ix9ine dropped his, and although I believe 6ix9ine will somehow scream and buy fake sales, overall, he still does have a decent amount of people that's interested in this album, and him calling the Telltales alone makes people laugh, and it's a meme, but they want to check it out. So even though they might shield it, they're still checking it out, they're still streaming it. And 6ix9ine's videos overall have more views than all of 6ix9ine's track. I mean, all of Big Sean's tracks on YouTube right now. But quality-wise, guys, you guys need to go check out Detroit 2. It is the best album I listened to all year, hands down. That's not saying much. I've only listened about 10 albums. But I can tell you, listen, this makes me say that if people deny that he can compete with Big Sean, I mean, if Big Sean can compete with J. Cole and Kendrick and Hussle and the rest of these guys, you guys are smoking something, because bar for bar, this guy has some great bars to track, great one-liners. But the overall theme of this album is basically growth from Big Sean. He's finally transcended from he's the star rapper of the 2010s that had all the songs about doing girls, taking your girl, being that flexer, to being more awake, being more conscious of his surroundings, learning lessons about the music industry, having connections with people you never thought you would have them with, and of course relationships. Now, I'm gonna go, I don't know, I don't want to go track by track, because some of these tracks, to be honest, they're self-explanatory, and I think you should check them out yourself. I'm going to go through the highlights of the album and then give you some of my outtakes. So, the first song on the album is Why Would I Stop? And it's a fire track. Big Sean just comes in, basically, it starts off the album. He goes in hard for a hard bar, and he just talks about how he's back at it again, he's doing this thing. We go number 2 to Lucky Me, which is, in my opinion, it was my favorite song on the track until I got later on the album. And this song right here is just him reflecting through his years in the music industry, him reflecting through it early in his life when he says that basically he could have had heart problems, but his mom took him to actual herbal specials and whatnot, get magnesium, and it healed him, and the doctor was surprised. And that was one of the most profound things I heard on it. And then he said at the end, maybe all the bad things that happened to him in life, all the things he used to have, are better than what he has now. Kind of like a J. Cole type of sentiment. Then you go to Deep Reverence from Nipsey Hussle. This is my 5th favorite song on the album. And it was my first favorite song at first until I re-listened to the album for a second time. I mean, he addressed the Kendrick Lamar and him beef. He addresses how Nipsey came up through his community and how he wished he could be like him. He's trying to start his own label. I think he has. And of course, Nipsey's verse was fire. It's sad to see the young legend gone. We go to Wolves with Post Malone. A basic coming through the struggle, coming up type of track. Big Sean being the underdog as always. It's a good standard track, but to be honest, it's something I could have done without, but it's not bad. It's like a 6 out of 10 track, but nothing special. Then we go to Body Language with Ty Dolla $ign and Jhené Aiko, where you can see a little bit of sexual chemistry with him and Jhené still, them repatching a relationship, going through public rumors and whatnot. And then we go to my favorite track on the album. Back to Lucky Me. Now I think about the Jhené Aiko track with Ty Dolla $ign, Body Language. He does mention about he had to basically suppress his feelings for a girl he had feelings for because she was canceled publicly. I don't know who's that he's referencing right there. I don't know who he had a crush on, but somebody can let me know in the comment section. That'd be great. Talk about his public humiliation also, because his own relationship breakup with Jhené Aiko has been a big mess for the last year and a half. But now back to my favorite track on the album, Harder Than My Demons. And man, Big Sean goes through the whole gambit, man. He talks about wealth, prosperity. He goes in about how he has come from a darker place in life and now come into a better place. He talks about the world and where it's currently going. He also talks about what he thanks God for and how he continue to be up there. And the outro with Justin Bieber, it's pretty fire. It's a chilling effect. It's a chilling outro. You have to check that track out. My favorite track on the album. Everything That's Missing with Dwell, decent track. Zan the Fuck Out, that's probably going to be his like club banger radio single right there. That and Body Language, those are the 2 songs I see as singles off this album. Then we have Guard Your Heart. Wale's verse at the end is one of my favorite verses. I'm not using political, social justice warrior, Black Lives Matter type of guy, But I just like the way it flowed, and you know, Wale brings a decent sentiment to the song, so I'm glad Wale was included on the track. Then we go to Respect with Hit Boy and Young Thug. Nothing special here, but it's some pressure. Time in by 2088. The reconnects with him and Jhené Aiko. You can see them furthering themselves in body language. It's not just foreplay and getting back together. It's kind of like them saying that no matter what, they always got each other's back and they're going to be together. I don't know if they currently are together. I believe they did get back together. I'm not sure. Make sure you let me know in the comment section. Then we go to Feed. Yeah, decent track. The Baddest. I didn't like this one at all. The bars were good, but the beat just annoyed me a lot. But then we go to Don Life with Lil Wayne. And boy, this is the best, man. This is the best Lil Wayne has sounded in 2 years, ever since the Carter 5. He doesn't sound slurred and mumble. He doesn't sound like Young Thug and Lil Baby clone. He's back to mixtape Wheezy. This is Lil Wayne at his best. He he says, "I know my rights," referencing the Black Lives Matter stuff, and Black song, "Know Your Rights." Then he just goes back into flexing and saying how he's back and how everything he does is planned and intentional, and he knows where he's going with things. And I love this song, Don's Life, for the simple fact Lil Wayne's feature on it gives that great chemistry they used to always have on other tracks they had in the past. And I'm glad to see Don Lil Wayne link back up. And finally, we get to the last couple tracks. Friday Night Cypher, Sada Baby. I listened to him for a while. I'm glad he included him on this. I know he's from Detroit, he's from Chicago. T Grizzly had a strong opening, but he kind of did stumble over the beat a little bit. I'm upset they didn't have Deja Loaf. Cash Doll sounded pretty good on this. She's, I have to say, if I had to choose between Cash Doll, Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls, Cardi B, I would choose Cardi B than Cash Doll. I'm being straight up with you. Then we have Eminem, of course, murdering the track at the end. Big Sean had a decent verse in the middle, though. And then Royce the 5'9" brought up Gayle King and Oprah. And it was wow. I mean, well, Big Sean brought Gayle King open up, I think, at Feed, and how he didn't like the way that they're portraying black men once they do something wrong and make documentaries and basically profit off them. So that's an interesting thought right there. But overall, off the Cypher, of course, we're going to give it to Eminem, Royce the 5'9", Big Sean. Now probably go to T Grizzly, Cash Doll, then Sada Baby. The local artists, I appreciate them, but they didn't really come with much impact. Cash Doll did a decent job, and overall I'm impressed by that. And Still I Rise is a decent closing track. It wraps up the album, it wraps up what Big Sean was going for. And we also have 3 stories. We have Dave Chappelle, which was kind of funny, but nice to see that he met Big Sean's dad and that he has love for the city. You have Erykah Badu doing a nice historical sentiment. And then you have Stevie Wonder talking about his personal experience in Detroit. Overall, I give Big Sean's album an 8.1 out of 10. I usually do out of 5. I think I'm going to change my scale. I'm doing 1 to 10 now. So 8.1 out of 10. Best album of the year. Big Sean, I'm proud of you, man. I've listened to the album twice. It's a fresh listen, so a lot of it's still a jar. But I'm probably going to listen. If I had to go back to my top 5 tracks, like I said, it would be Harder Than My Demons at number 1. Number 2 would be Lucky Me. Number 3 would be Don Life with him, featuring Lil Wayne. Number 4 would be the Friday Night Cypher. And then number 5 would be Deep Reverence with Nipsey Hussle. I'm sorry, I kind of stumbled over myself. Anyway, guys, that's it for the review. It's kind of a long one, but it's a short one as well. I've done long reviews in the past. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm your man Chef from Off the Dome. Let me know what you think about Detroit 2. Big Sean, big up to you in the city of Detroit. I'll probably have a 6ix9ine review coming out soon. It's your man Chef. Peace out.